Let's jump right in. Welcome back to The Explainer, everyone. All around us, literally every single day, nature is operating right out in the open. It's constantly moving, constantly shifting, and for actually paying close enough attention, it is constantly teaching us. But, well, a lot of the time, we're just totally unaware of the brutal yet absolutely necessary processes of reinvention happening out there in the wild. So today, we're diving into a phenomenal story from our source material that really acts like a mirror to our own lives. It's an explainer all about survival, endurance, and the non-negotiable necessity of going through the fire so you can come out stronger on the other side. And honestly, that brings us right to our core philosophy for today. Nature shows us that to survive, a sacrifice must be made. See, nature demands a price for real, genuine growth. In our source material, this is beautifully described as an ahuti, which translates to a profound offering or sacrifice. Basically, you can't level up your existence without leaving something behind. You literally have to burn away your old self to forge the new one. And guys, the most visceral, mind-blowing example of this ahuti, this ultimate sacrifice, is found in the life cycle of one of the sky's absolute greatest predators.
Section 1. Nature's Ultimate Lesson.
70 years. Yeah, that is the incredible potential lifespan of an eagle. We all look at the eagle as this ultimate symbol of power, dominance, and freedom, right? And it literally has the biological capacity to live for an astonishing 70 years, which is just a remarkably long life for a bird of prey. So that's our baseline. But here's the thing. Reaching that 70th birthday, it is absolutely not guaranteed, and it definitely does not come easy. There is a massive catch hardwired into the biology of this magnificent bird.
Section 2. The 40-Year Crisis.
Right as the eagle hits its inevitable halfway point, it's like a biological ticking clock hits zero. Suddenly, the very tools that made it an apex predator just begin to fail. At 40 years old, the eagle hits a stark, terrifying physical reality. First up, its sharp, lethal beak bends and softens. It completely loses its deadly edge. Then its wings, the source of its legendary flight, they fail too. The feathers become dangerously thick and heavy, sticking to the bird's chest and making flying incredibly difficult. And finally, those terrifying talons. They grow blunt and totally useless from 4 straight decades of relentless hunting. The crucial takeaway here is that the eagle experiences a complete biological decline. Its beak can't tear, its wings can't soar, and its talons can't grip. It is rendered entirely unable to hunt.
Which leads us to a life or death choice.
So at exactly 40 years old, the eagle is totally stripped of its identity. It can no longer do the one thing it was born to do. It faces a devastating existential crisis. And, spoiler alert, nature does not offer a comfortable middle ground here. The ultimate crossroad looks exactly like this. Option A, surrender to starvation and die. The eagle can just accept that its body's failing, refuse to hunt because it physically can anyway, and quietly fade away. Or, option B, endure immense suffering and transform. It can choose to fight back against its own biological decline. It can actively choose the agonizing, terrifying path of total reinvention.
Section 3. The Painful Transformation.
Now, as our source material highlights, the eagle does not choose to quietly fade into the night. It chooses the path of reinvention. But to truly understand the weight of this choice, we have to walk through how this happens, step by horrifying step. Step 1. The eagle retreats away from the entire world, flying up to the highest mountain peak where it's completely isolated. Step 2. It begins to repeatedly, violently smash its own bent beak against the hard rock until it is completely shattered and broken off. I mean, just imagine the sheer willpower required to do that to yourself. Step 3. It waits in pure agony for a brand new beak to slowly grow back. Step 4. Once that sharp new beak finally arrives, the torture still isn't over. The eagle then uses its new beak to physically pluck out its own blunt talons, one by one. And step 5. When the new talons grow in, it uses them to rip out all those heavy, useless chest feathers, stripping itself totally bare.
6. Entire months. This grueling ordeal, this relentless cycle of smashing, plucking, bleeding, and waiting alone on a desolate mountain peak. It lasts for half a year. For 6 straight months, the eagle endures absolute misery, making the ultimate ahuti, the ultimate painful sacrifice.
But why? Why on earth would it willingly endure 6 months of such horrific agony? Well, for this, 30 extra years of life. The eagle emerges from that mountain peak completely reborn, armed with a sharp new beak,
lethal talons, and light, powerful wings, it reclaims its rightful place in the sky. By willingly walking through 6 months of intense pain, it earns 3 more decades of powerful, dominant life. It hits that 70-year potential for one simple reason. It was willing to pay the price at year 40.
Section 4. Comfort versus discomfort. So pivoting from the biology of the eagle directly over to our own human psychology, the source material uses this story to hold up a massive mirror to our own life choices. Because sure, we aren't eagles smashing our beaks against rocks, but the fundamental law of nature applies exactly the same to us. Here is the undeniable core philosophy of survival. Comfort today equals discomfort tomorrow. If you choose the easy route right now, if you avoid the hard work, the painful conversations, the grueling discipline, just like an eagle choosing not to break its beak, your future is going to be filled with the deep discomfort of failure and stagnation. But the flip side, it's just as true. Discomfort today equals comfort tomorrow. If you willingly step into the fire, if you choose the pain of discipline, the struggle of learning, the ahuti of sacrificing your immediate pleasure right now, you literally buy yourself a future of immense freedom and strength. It's a universal transaction.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one lingering question. Seriously, ask yourself, what sacrifice are you avoiding today? What is the uncomfortable, painful process of reinvention that you absolutely know you need to go through, but you're just hiding from? Remember the eagle. Embrace the short-term pain, give your ahuti, and secure your long-term survival and growth. Think deeply about what old feathers you need to start plucking out today.